You play the quarterback position and you went head-to-head against Brady a million times. As you watch him right now, is the quarterback the offense in Tampa? Are they running an offense that is best suited to him?
I don't know if I could say that with certainty. I'd have to say no. And here's the issue. I understand Coach Arians is airing people out. Sometimes that motivates players. Sometimes that gets his team juiced up. Okay, that's fine. That's one way to approach it. I'd prefer, hey, you want to rip me behind closed doors, and then you take the bullets at the podium. That's just kind of, my school of thought. But listen, the most important thing he said is, okay, Brady's getting confused by coverages. Whether I agree or not, I happen to disagree. But if that's the case, you've identified a problem. Now let's try and solve it. I don't want problem identifiers. I want problem solvers. So what are you going to do? Are you going to use, I think Orlovsky nailed it this week. He talked about they need to use more exotic formations. Use Gronkowski, split them out so you can see man and zone. Use shifts and motions. When you shift in motion, you're not doing it for somebody's health. You're doing it to get information from the defense. So why don't you try using it instead of staying in these static formations and claiming your quarterback can't read the coverage? I would just try and mix it up a little bit, solve a problem for Tom Brady, make it easier. You're the coach. You got to make him comfortable. He's your starting quarterback. Help him out as much as you can. I don't care if he's played for 20 years and he's the best of all time. Help him out.
I think that's extremely well said. And let's dive into this here. The reality is they don't do that because Bruce Arians has always believed that every play he calls is a touchdown. And if it doesn't work that way, it's because the players screwed it up. But the reality is it's never worked that way. So at some point, let's go back to you, Ninkovich. You were just saying you think Brady needs a new coach. At the end of the day, if this thing doesn't get better the rest of this season, do you think they can keep those two together?
No, you can't do that. When you start to bring somebody in the public's eye and say, look, this is the reason why we're losing. He's missing these throws. The receivers are wide open. The coverages, he must be confused. The plays coming in, they're great plays. He just has to run them. That's what people say when they're full on themselves, high on their horse, on the things that they're calling. Their egos are in the way of reality. And at this point right now, you have a lot of great pieces in place. Use those pieces to try and make the best of the situation. They still have a lot more to go here in the season. They can still be one of the best teams in the NFC, but they need to create a better offense using Brady's skill set. And he was never a deep passer. Tom Brady was never a deep down the field thrower. Short, intermediate passes. Let him break down the defense and call the right play against what the defense shows you. That's what you pay a great quarterback to do. Check into the right plays. Go and hurry up. Go up and hurry up and create plays. That's what Tom Brady does.
Sorry, Nico, I didn't mean to jump on you there. Bart Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, Byron Leftwich, we are in the entertainment business. And you know what can be entertaining? The truth. And that's what Bruce Arians thinks he's saying, but it's not the truth. I came on this show yesterday, and I told you about how he almost got Ben Roethlisberger killed. And Ben Roethlisberger is a quarterback that can move in the pocket, sacked 215 times in the first 5 years under Bruce Arians. That's why Pittsburgh ran him out of town. Understand that they're trying. It's like trying to make Russell Westbrook a three-point shooter, top 5 three-point shooter. It just ain't going to happen. And people don't change when they're 20 years old. What happens is Bruce Arians is a man of a certain age, and I know by being around my grandparents that when they get a certain age, that they don't care. They're going to do what they want to do. And that's what Bruce Arians is doing. But what he's understanding, he's letting his team down with his play calling. Tom Brady is a dominant player. This is the most talented roster in the NFL. They have to do a better job in utilizing what he does great, putting 2 tight ends on the field at the same time, which allows Tom Brady to have options up the seams and on the outside, allowing his offense to run through the running game so that they can take time off the clock, rest that defense, so that they can go out and they can win the Super Bowl. This is a team that has the most talent. They should be a Super Bowl contender, but they have an identity crisis about who and what they are, and Tom Brady has to walk into that office, close the door, and have one of those conversations that Peyton Manning had when he was with Kubiak and said, this is how we're going to do it. And listen, to Ninkovich's point, he thinks that Bruce Arians won't lose this one because Bruce Arians has more time left as a coach than Tom Brady has as a player.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.